The 9-month-old Indian startup Zepto has raised funding of $200 million, taking its valuation to $900 million. With this, the 10-minute quick delivery app inches towards the unicorn club. The startup was founded by two 19-year-old Stanford dropouts who've now taken the app to a $900 million valuation. We have with us a very special guest, one of the founders and CEO, Aadit Palicha. Aadit, thanks very much for being with us. So you and a friend, both 19 at that stage, built this startup that's now being valued at $900 million in just 9 odd months. How did you manage to do this?
No, and firstly, thanks Stan for having me, Vishnu. It's a genuine pleasure to be here. In terms of, where we've been and how we got here, this company, for us, when Kevalia and I started it, there was sort of a deep level of conviction in disrupting the way people bought groceries, not just in terms of speed, but in terms of, quality, reliability, and just generally just upending the existing online grocery experience. And, I think customers have genuinely rewarded us for that, right? We're in a position where, we've been able to scale into almost a dozen cities across the country. We're now doing, hundreds of thousands of orders a day with, well over, a million customers now touched by Zepto. And I think the main reason why we've gotten here is because of the phenomenal team that we've put in place. I think we've got in my opinion, one of the strongest management teams in the Indian startup ecosystem today.
But tell me one thing, and you dropped out of Stanford, so did your partner in this. Your parents must have been extremely upset about, having a dropout son from the world's leading university. How have they gotten around to the fact that, dropping out may have been the best thing possible?
That's a great question. And I think transparently, our parents, both Kevalia's parents and my parents were significantly more supportive than I initially thought they would be, which is something that I'm very grateful for. But I think, our parents really took a lot of time to understand what we were doing, where the business was going. And I think once they saw the data that we saw in the trajectory of this business, it just made a lot of sense that this was a once in a lifetime opportunity to build a really impactful business in this country. So, yeah.
When did you start with this? When did you get this idea, the two of you, while you were studying in Stanford or after you had dropped out?
So, Vishnu, we actually came to Mumbai after getting into Stanford in around, August, September of 2020. And we spent, I think, almost a year just experimenting with different models in the grocery space. And, most of which really didn't work out, right? I think we ended up actually working towards sort of this quick commerce model back in around March, April of 2021. And we really launched it to customers in August of 2021. So yeah, that's been the journey we've just been iterating for the past 2 years to figure out what works and what doesn't work.
Did you feel that your education was actually hampering your own business aspirations?
No, I mean, again, right, for us, when we came to India during the first wave of the pandemic, the objective was not to build a business. We came here, had a problem as two bachelors trying to get groceries in the first lockdown. And, we thought we might as well build a product that we found interesting and solved a problem of ours. And that just evolved naturally into a business. So there was no objective in building a business. We just wanted to build something that we found cool.
Again, I'm sorry to persist with this line of questioning, but what about a college degree? I mean, if you've now got a company which is pushing $1 billion, is there any scope for getting that college degree, or do you believe you're going to just build this business up more and more?
Yeah, I think, building this business into a large institution will probably be, one of my life's major works. And it's going to be a journey that we go for the next decade. So yeah, I think maybe I can go back when I'm in my 30s, but at least for now, we're very much here.
That's a long time away. But that said, 10-minute delivery apps, it's a basic question in our traffic. How's that going to work?
So, Vishnu, the core of 10-minute deliveries is it's about short distances and not fast speeds or navigating through traffic. When we sort of look at where to place our delivery points, we look at multiple different parameters in markets to essentially figure out this is the most ideal place to position ourselves to get maximum access to customers in under 10 minutes. So if you look at the average distance of a Zepto delivery, it's a little less than 1.8 kilometers today. And if you need to travel 1.8 kilometers in 10 minutes on a bike, you might need to travel 15, 16, 17 kilometers per hour, which is actually very doable even in India's traffic. So it's about those short distances.
The valuation at $900 million, which you've achieved in your latest round, is a 60% jump compared to the previous fundraise. which was valued at a fairly insane $570 million itself. But between that previous fundraise and now, what do you think excited your investors even more than what you saw earlier on?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. For us, quarter on quarter, from the October, November, December quarter to January, February, March, we saw around 800% of revenue growth. So we've been on a tear when it comes to revenue growth. And on the best thing is about the unit economics as well, right? One of the things that really excited investors is that we had a lot of validation around the business fundamentals, right? We had turned multiple of our micro markets profitable on every operating metric. We've gotten to a position where our burn rate on a per order basis is down 5x. So we just became a significantly more efficient company that had grown 800% in one quarter. And I think the writing was on the wall on where this was going into, hopefully building a $10 billion company and beyond in the next couple of years. So that just became clearer and clearer to investors as time went by.
You were talking about your management team. How big do you intend to grow this company? Because, that's obviously a key decision. I mean, it can't be too big either.
Our objective would be, obviously, we're a young and ambitious company, and we're a young and ambitious pair of founders. Our objective would be, why can't we in the next, 1 or 2 decades build this into something that becomes a $100 billion company? I know every entrepreneur you talk to will say that, but we genuinely feel like there is an opportunity in the grocery space to build, one of India's large online internet institutions. So that's what we're going for. But I do think, at the very least, we can build this into what will become a decacorn and beyond in the next couple of years.
At least $100 billion company is, sorry, did I hear that right? In going down the road. That's
what we're going for. Yeah, that's the ambition. That's the ambition.
All right. Well, look, it's been fantastic talking to you, and I look forward to talking to you again. It's inspirational young people like you that inspire increasingly old people like me to sort of think out of the box as well. But thank you very much for being with us, and congratulations on this incredible fundraise. Thanks very much indeed.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Vishnu.